So here are your questions. It's pretty heavy stuff. Should a parent cut ties with a child who has left the folds of Islam? No. Next question. No, you can't cut ties with somebody who's leaving the deen. Who gave you that license? Somebody came to me and told me one time, a mother came and told me this and said, I don't talk to my son anymore. He doesn't pray. He says he's not a Muslim, so I cut ties with him. I was like, who are you, lady? How are you going to cut something Allah commanded that you keep joined? All of a sudden, he's not your son? What Indian movies have you been watching? Aaj ke baad tum mere bete nahi ho. Like, please, that's not Islam. And she goes, no, Nuh alayhi salam, Allah told him that that's not your son, remember? إِنَّهُ عَمَلٌ غَيْرُ صَالِحٍ إِنَّهُ لَيْسَ مِنْ أَهْلِكَ. He's not from your family, he's no good. I was like, yeah, so Allah sent you a memo like he sent to Nuh alayhi salam. How many of the 950 years have you done, mother? Please, no. By the way, when our children drift away from the religion or even declare they're no longer following the religion, in whatever cases I've seen from around the world, the reason is not spiritual, the reason is not philosophical, the reason is 99.9% of the time emotional. Something messed up happened and the family did not deal with it properly. So how about you become emotionally supportive so that the heart can heal emotionally and inshallah return spiritually? A lot of times, we don't address the emotional needs of our kids, or our parents, or our family members, and expect that spiritually they're going to remain sound. So long as they're praying, everything's okay. No. Prayer is an outside manifestation. If the heart is not in the prayer, that's an empty shell of an exercise. It's an empty shell of an exercise. People, we don't, in our cultures, unfortunately, and I hope you guys are different, I really do, and I'll say this without flattery, I find the community in Cape Town unique. Even though I spent very little time here the last time I was here, I've been in many different parts of the world. Even compared to South Africa, I think this place is unique. Very, very unique. So I hope this is unique about you guys too. In Muslim families in general, we don't openly talk about our emotions. We don't talk about what's actually hurting us. And we don't have the room to talk about it because if you open up to your mother or your father about what's hurting you, they will use it against you in an argument later, humiliate you with it, so you can't open your mouth, so you keep yourself quiet, so you keep yourself shut off. And then they say, why don't you talk to me? Why don't you talk to me? Why don't you tell me what's going on? And in your head, you're like, the last time I told you what's going on, you bulldozed me with it. So I'm never going to talk to you again. You never talk to me. Is that what Islam teaches you? You don't talk to your parents? Ustad Nouman, here's my child. They don't talk to me. Tell them to talk to me. When you don't create a safe environment, why would anybody communicate? You have to create, and both parents and children have to learn, sometimes in order to open up, and inshallah Ramadan is a time, shaitan is chained, it's an opportunity for you to maybe have some open conversations. Yes, it may be hurtful, tempers may flare, but having openness in a family can save you from a lot of trouble. Being able to express yourself and being able to withstand criticism, sometimes, as soon as you hear, you hurt my feelings, oh yeah, I hurt your feelings, what about you? In 1987, remember? On the 3rd of April at 4:20 p.m.? No, you don't get defensive. Just listen. Just be empathetic. Hear people out. And hear, especially your own family. Hear their pain out. Our job, we often think that our job is to tell people what they need to hear. We don't think of ourselves as we have to listen. We always think of ourselves as we have to tell. No, that's not our job. Our job is to listen first. And that's even a sunnah of our messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When somebody would speak, he would let them finish. Even the most ignorant people, Abu Walid, comes to him, starts accusing him of being a magician, accuses him of poetry, accuses him of wanting money and political power, goes on and on, ranting and insulting the messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he goes on and goes on, and the Prophet is listening, listening. And when he ran out, he said, Afaraqti Abu Walid? Are you done yet? Because if you have more, you can go on. And he finished, and then he recited some Quran to him. Do we let people finish what they're saying, or we cut them off? No, you listen first. No, stop it. Now my turn to talk. That's what we do. And then things like this happen. This leaving Islam didn't just happen in a vacuum. Or he's seen some YouTube videos, that's why he became an atheist. Nuh-uh. No, it's not them videos. Something led him to those videos or her to those videos. Something happened way before then, and it mostly happens inside of our families. So we have to address that first. Anyway.